The VAR or Vector Autoregressive model is one of the most commonly discussed and used models in econometric analysis. A VAR model is a multivariate model and involves multiple equations. All the variables are treated as endogenous and each variable appears as a dependent variable in a separate equation of the VAR model. Suppose that we have three endogenous variables x, y, and z in a VAR model. As shown here, the VAR model will have a system of three equations with each endogenous variable as the dependent variable in a separate equation. X is the dependent variable in the first equation, y and z are dependent variables in the second and third equations, respectively. The independent variables in all the equations are the past values of all the endogenous variables, which also includes the past values of the dependent variable of each equation. The number of previous periods considered are often referred to as the lag length of the VAR model. Hence, a VAR1 implies that we include only one lag or the past one period values of x, y, and z as independent variables. Similarly, a VAR4 means that we include four lags or past four period values of all the endogenous variables of the VAR model. This type of VAR model is also referred to as a reduced form VAR because we do not include any contemporaneous effects. That is, variables do not affect each other in the same time period. Therefore, endogenous variables affect each other after a time lag. VAR models also allow us to include exogenous variables in the system as well as deterministic terms such as constant, trend, and seasonality. We will discuss the specification of the VAR model, exogenous variables, and deterministic terms in detail in the next tutorial. It is important to note that we do not generally focus on theoretical considerations about the variables in a VAR model. Instead, we rely heavily on the data and statistical techniques to specify the VAR models and impose any necessary restrictions on the variables. For instance, deciding the lag length of VAR models is based purely on information provided by statistical techniques such as estimating the information criteria or considering the autocorrelation structure of residuals. We do not make any a priori theoretical assumptions about the lag length to be used in a VAR model. VAR model is mostly applied to stationary variables. If the variables are non-stationary, we do not use the VAR model to make forecasts or impulse responses. In such cases, we can also consider VAR indifferences if the variables are not cointegrated. The VAR model residuals are assumed to have a mean of 0, constant variance, and they must not be autocorrelated. The VECM model is an extension of the VAR model which is applicable when the variables are cointegrated. The VAR model is often not suitable for modeling non-stationary variables. However, if those non-stationary variables are cointegrated, then we can modify the VAR model into a VECM model. Cointegration is a statistical property where the variables are non-stationary, but their linear combination has a lower order of integration. If the variables are integrated of order 1 or I1, then those variables are cointegrated if their linear combination is stationary, that is, their linear combination is integrated of order 0 or I0. Cointegrated variables have a common stochastic trend and are said to have a long-run relationship. Hence, the VECM model is preferred if we are dealing with I1 variables that are cointegrated or have a long-run relationship. If some of the variables are cointegrated, then a simple short-run VAR indifferences is not enough because the variables also have a long-run relationship. We need a VECM that can help us analyze the long-run as well as the short-run dynamics of the system. VECM model includes differenced variables for short-run effects and a special component known as the error correction term to account for long-run impact. This is why it is known as the vector error correction mechanism. However, not all non-stationary variables are cointegrated and it is possible that the non-stationary variables have no long-run relationships. In such a case, we don't need a VECM model and we can simply estimate a VAR indifferences. That is, we difference the variables based on their order of integration. For instance, if the variables are integrated of order 1 or I1 and are not cointegrated, then we can simply estimate a VAR model in first differences of the variables. In such a case, VAR model estimates are short-run estimates because the variables are differenced. To sum up, we have three different scenarios when it comes to non-stationarity and cointegration. If the variables are stationary, then we can estimate a straightforward VAR model with original variables, which will give us long-run estimates. If the variables are I1 and cointegrated, then VAR model is not suitable and we should prefer the VECM model, which will give us both long and short-run estimates. Finally, if the variables are non-stationary and not cointegrated, then we can estimate a VAR model and differences, which gives us short-run estimates. It is important to note here that there is some debate about whether we should even use VAR and differences or not. It is argued that differencing leads to loss of information, so we should not rely on VAR and differences. In general, if we suspect that the non-stationary variables may have a long-run relationship, then VAR and differences is not ideal. Earlier, we mentioned that we do not rely much on a priori theoretical considerations when applying a VAR model. However, it is possible that we have to consider a particular structure or restrictions related to the variables based on theoretical considerations or a priori information. In such cases, SVAR or structural VAR model can be useful. Furthermore, a reduced form VAR, as discussed in earlier example, does not allow us to include contemporaneous effects. The variables affect each other only after a lag and not in the same time period. This assumption may not be valid in many scenarios, and we may be interested in analyzing the contemporaneous or instantaneous impact of certain variables or shocks on others. In such cases, we prefer a structural VAR or SVAR model over a reduced form VAR model. A structural VAR model allows us to include contemporaneous effects of variables and shocks on other variables in the system. We can also impose restrictions on variables or shocks based on theoretical considerations or a priori information. The estimation of impulse response functions is also based on structural VAR and structural shocks, where we almost always allow contemporaneous effects of certain shocks. This is not possible in reduced form VAR models, so we need structural VARs in these cases. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial.